Salutations, my friends. Welcome back to Mr. Teddy's Pre-K. Fall is here, and that means Halloween is right around the corner. That's my favorite holiday. Sometimes at Halloween time, though, you might see some things that look a little scary or that make you feel scared inside. We're going to read a book by Dr. Seuss called What Was I Scared Of? Let's see what this little guy is scared of and what he does about it. Okay? Here we go. What Was I Scared Of? By Dr. Seuss. I love this story. Now, the person talking throughout the whole story is this little character. Let's look at him close up. Do you see him? I'm not sure what kind of animal he is, if he's a bear or just a little guy. He's the one telling us the story. That means he's the narrator. Here we go. He says, "Well, I was walking in the night and I saw nothing scary, for I've never been afraid of anything, not very." So he's saying he is never afraid. Do you believe that? I don't know. Let's see. Look at his face. He does look happy right now. So he's taking a walk at night and he's doing fine. Then he says, "I was deep in the woods and suddenly I spied them." That means he saw them. A pair of pale green pants with nobody inside them. Can you see those pale green pants? They're just floating in the air. How would you feel if you saw some pants floating in the air? He says he wasn't scared. And he stopped. And he said, "What could those pants be there for? What could a pair of pants at night be standing in the air for?" And then they moved, he said. "Those empty pants, they started jumping, and my heart started thumping." Now let's look at the little character. Look at his face. Is he afraid now? He does look sort of surprised, doesn't he? And there's those pale green pants. And yes, they look like they're moving. He says, "I got out as fast as I could, sir. I wasn't scared, but pants like that I did not care for. No, sir." So he's saying he's not scared. What do you think? Then he says, "Later a week went by on a dark night in Greenwich. I had to do an errand and get some Greenwich spinach. I had fetched the spinach and was heading back through town when around the corner they almost knocked me down." Who? Who almost knocked him down? It's the pants with nobody inside them. And they're riding a bicycle. Now, bicycles were never made for pale green pants to ride them, especially spooky pale green pants with nobody inside them. Look, he dropped the spinach that he had just picked up, and his face, I think he's scared. "The next night," he says, "I was fishing for trout on River River, and those pants came toward me and I started to shiver." That means shake. "I was so frightened, I tell you, but I hate to. I screamed and rode away and lost my hook, line, and bait too." Okay, so he says he's frightened. That's another word for scared. There's the little pair of pants coming toward him. And there's our little character. And he was fishing. But look, he got so scared, he dropped his whole fishing pole and everything. He says, "I ran and found a brickle bush and hid myself away. I got brickles in my breeches. Those are his pants. But I stayed there anyway. I stayed all night. The next night, too. I'd still be there, no doubt, but I had an errand to do. Look, do you see him hiding in this tree or this brickle bush? Is he afraid? Yes, I agree. Now, he said, I had to do an errand. I had to pick a peck of snide in a dark, gloomy snide field that was almost 9 miles wide. I do not fear those pants with nobody inside them. I said and said and said those words. I said them, but I lied them. So he's admitted that he is scared and that when he said he wasn't scared, he was lying. He's not telling the truth. He really is scared. What's going to happen next? Then he says, I reached inside a snide bush, and the next thing I knew, I felt my hand touch somebody, and I bet you know who. Look at the illustration. Who is he touching? Yes, he's touching the pale green pants with nobody inside them. And there I was, he says, caught in the snide in that dreadful place, and those spooky empty pants and I were standing face to face. I yelled, I screamed, I shrieked, I howled. Oh, save me from those pale green pants with nobody inside them. Now he's really, really scared, isn't he? But guess what happens? A strange thing happened, it says. Those pants began to cry. Those pants began to tremble. That means shake. Those pants were just as scared as I. I never heard such whimpering. And I began to see that I was just as strange to them as they were strange to me. Well, guess what, my friends? The pants are scared too. Do you see them shaking? So now they were each afraid of each other. I put my arm around their waist, he said, and I sat down beside them, and I calmed them down. Poor empty pants with nobody inside them. Look what he did, friends. He felt bad for the scared pants. And he sat down and put his arm around them like a good friend would do to help him. And look at his face. Look at our main character's face. Is he happy now? Yes, he's smiling. That's how I know he's happy now. And now he says, we meet quite often, those empty pants and I, and we never shake or tremble. We both smile and we say hi. There he is saying hi. And the pants said, hi. Do you see the word hi up there? It's in a speech bubble. And here's the word hi on this side. So in the end of our story by Dr. Seuss, everything worked out okay. There really wasn't anything to be afraid of. Now this book is fiction. Say fiction. Good. That means just pretend. So if you're out shopping this October and you see some scary things, or you see some scary things when you're trick-or-treating, remember, say just pretend. Good listening, my friends. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.